Hello viewers, in this video we will learn navigating in Excel. So what is navigating? Navigating means moving from one place to another. It can be the cells or the worksheet. Okay, in our large worksheet we may come across to move from one place to another to a particular cell, okay, to a particular place like that. Okay, sometimes downwards, sometimes upwards, sometimes left and right. Okay, and sometimes we have to go to a specific cell. Okay, so how to perform all these things, let us learn. So the first thing is what, using the arrow keys, tab key and scroll lock keys. Let us learn. So the first things are what, arrow keys. Total how many arrow keys will be there? 4. Left arrow, right arrow, up arrow and down arrow. Let us learn about these 4 arrows, how to navigate. So where is my cell pointer? Here. If I want to go to the right side, I can use the right arrow key. Okay. Okay, if I press down arrow key, I will go downwards. If I press up arrow key, I will go upwards. If I press left arrow key, I will go left side. Okay, so you can scroll the worksheet also using the arrow keys, but it will take lot of time. So at what times we will use these arrow keys for scrolling? Suppose if you are reading the data, up to here we have read, okay, and we want to read more like this. So in the specific times, what we will do, we will use the arrow keys. It can be scrolling up and down, or left or right. Okay, so but we don't use the arrow keys at the time of entering the data, that is data entry. Okay, so this is what about arrow keys. Okay, the 4 arrow keys. Next is what, the tab key. So we will use tab key at the time of data entry. Just now we have discussed about it. So whenever we are entering the data, at that time what we will do? We will press the entry tab key. Okay. And here what we will do? We will enter the formula alt equal to tab key. Here percentage. Okay. Equal to, okay, how much percentage? 1% into 1%. Like this, we will use the tab key, okay, for data entry. And here equal to addition, we have to calculate what, the tax. Okay, 85%, 0.85 here equal to minus. Okay, so this is what about. Is it clear? So we will use the tab key for entering the data. Right. Next, control enter. So whenever you press control enter key, you will remain in the same cell. Suppose if I type something here, Raju, if I press tab key, the cell pointer moves to the next column. If I want to remain in the same cell, I will simply press the control and enter key. That's all. See, the cell pointer not moved. Okay, it remained in the same cell. Now the cursor is not also appearing in the cell. Okay, right. Next, scroll lock key. So locks the cell pointer. When scroll lock is on, pressing the arrow keys navigates your worksheet without moving the cell pointer. You see, suppose here large data is there. Just imagine if large data is there, and if I want to scroll up and down, then what I will do? I will use the mouse. Is it not? If you are using the what, keyboard, if you press the arrow keys, what will happen? The cell pointer is moving, is it not? But you want to remain in the same cell, in this cell only. The name of this cell is what? H3. Okay, being in this cell only, H3 cell. Okay, while looking into this formula, what do you want to do? you want to scroll the screen. For this reason, what you have to do, we have to use the scroll lock key. Okay, you can see the scroll lock key on the keyboard. Here you see, this is what the scroll lock key. This is what. If you click it, then what will happen? See, the cell pointer is remain in the same cell. See, okay, it is not moving when I am pressing the arrow keys, right? Even when I am pressing the arrow keys, you see, right? I am in the same cell even when I am pressing the arrow keys. But the sheet is scrolling. Screen is the screen is scrolling. Right. In case if you turn off the scroll lock key, what will happen now? I am in the H3 cell. Okay. If you use the arrow keys now it is changing. Okay. So if you want to lock the cell and you want to scroll the screen using the keyboard, what can you do? You can use the scroll lock key. Okay, it is a very important key. What next? F5 key. Suppose if you want to jump to a specific cell, okay, suppose you are working in a large worksheet and with a large data, okay, so then what you have to do, suppose Control G, okay, this is what the go to dialog box. Here, what do you want to do? Suppose Z1000. You want to go to this cell. Just type Z1000 and press enter key, and you see here Z column, thousandth row, Z1000. In this way, you can quickly jump to a specific cell. Press Control Home. That's all. Okay, so back to A1 cell. Next, name box. Type a cell name in the name box and press enter key. Okay, this is what the name box. In case without using the go to dialog box also, what can we do? We can go to a specific cell. Here I just clicked in the name box. Here I will type Z1000. Enter key. You see, not only Z1000, anything, any cell name you can give. Suppose if you give AA, okay, 5000. You see, AA 5000, AA, and this is 5000. Is it clear? So let us go to the home cell. Press Control Home. So whenever we press Control Home, the cell pointer directly moves to the A1 cell. Right? Do remember. Done. Next, home and end keys. So, however, end key won't be used separately. So we will use home key. Okay, so home key takes you to the beginning of the current row, that is column A. So you can be in any row, you see, 7th row, 8th row, 9th row, row 1 to 10,48,576 rows. Okay, these many number of rows are there. So wherever you may be, if you simply press the home key on the keyboard, the cell pointer takes you to the A column. It can be any row. Okay, suppose if you don't know how to use this home key, then what will you do? If you don't know how to use this home key, you'll simply press left arrow key to go to that A column. Suppose if you have to go to this date cell and you are here, then what will you do? Generally, you will keep pressing the left arrow key. So instead of pressing the left arrow key number of times, just simply press the home key, right? So it's a good idea. Next, control home. Okay, just now we learned. So whenever you press control home, okay, the cell pointer goes to the A1 cell, which is known as the home cell. So A1 cell is known as the home cell. It is an interview question. Do remember. All right. So I am here and I want to go to the home cell. Press control home. See, cell pointer is here, A1 cell, right? Next, Control End takes you to the last cell used in the worksheet even if it's empty, no problem. You see, if I press Control End, so I have used up to here only, up to I column only. So that's why the cell pointer is coming here. If I type in O16, so if I type something here, Control Home, right? If I press Control End, you see, okay. So beyond this 18th row, I did not used it. Beyond this O column, I did not used it. So O18. Okay, beyond O18 I did not use any cell. That's why when I pressed Control End key, the cell pointer coming to that. Okay, right. So you need not to search the data in all the columns in all the rows. If you press Control End, you will know up to where you have used the worksheet. Okay, so this is what about Control End. Next, what? Page up and page down. So page up means what? Moves you up one screen within the worksheet. Okay, moves one screen. You see here, if I press page down, you see from 13 it is coming. If I press page up, you see it is up to 12. Is it not? So page down to go to the next screen. Page up to the previous screen. Okay, previous and next pages. Suppose next what? Okay, this page up and page down, both the things we have learned. Next what? Alt page up and alt page down. What is this? Scrolls left to one screen horizontally. So if I press alt page up, so left side whatever the screen is there, that will appear. If you want to see the right side screen, then what we will press? Alt page down. You see. Okay, of course we are in the A column. Okay, the data is appearing from A column. If I press Control page up, it is of no use. So let us press Alt page down. You see. Now before Q column some data is there. If I press Alt page up, we can see. In this way, we can scroll to the left and right, up and down. So this is a very important key. So most of the users don't know this page up, page down, Alt page up, Alt page down keys. So most of the time what the people used to do, they used to use the mouse only most of the times. Okay. Right. So this is what about the page up and page down keys. Next what? Control arrow keys. You see, control up arrow key or control down arrow key. What will happen? Jumps to the top or bottom of the data region in the current column. You see, suppose here I am having some data. All right. And where is my cell pointer? Here. If I press control up arrow key, where is the data? Here, data region. Okay. If I press control down arrow key, where it is stopping? At the data. So wherever the data is there, it will stop there. Suppose if there is no data, then it will go to the total top. If I press control up arrow key. If I press control down arrow key, it will go to the bottom of the sheet. Okay, so in this way what can we do? We can use control up arrow key and control down arrow key. Suppose if there is no data, see, beyond this, after 4566 4566, after this cell there is no data. If I press control down arrow key, you see I am at the total end of the worksheet. Okay, end of the worksheet means what? G column, at the end of the G column. Okay, like that. If I press control up arrow key, okay, here data is there, so that's why it stopped there. If I press control up arrow key, it will stop here. Okay, if I press control up arrow key, here data is ending. Okay, after this here data is ending. If I press again, it will go above. So it will go to the data edge. Okay, or last or first. Okay, in the same way, here I will type some value. Okay. If I press control left arrow key, it stopped at the data region. If I press control right arrow key, it stopped at the data region. Okay. Suppose if some more data is there here, control right arrow, control right arrow. After this, there is no data. If I press Control right arrow, then where it will go? It will go to the last column. I hope you got an understanding how these control arrows will work, right? So press Control Home to go to the A1 cell. Okay, next workbook navigation. So control page down moves to the next sheet, control page up moves to the previous sheet. Now we will work on the sheets. So which is the current sheet? Current sheet means what? Active sheet. If I press control page down, we will go to the next sheet. Whenever you want to go to the next sheet, what we will do? We'll press control page down. If I press control page up, we will go to the previous sheet. All right. So in this way, we can use control page up and control page down. Okay. So if we don't know these keyboard shortcuts, what will happen? We have to use the mouse all the time. We have to change from mouse to keyboard, keyboard to mouse. So it will be somewhat tricky, right? Okay, so this is what about navigating the worksheet. Okay, I hope you got an understanding about how to navigate. Okay, please learn, gain perfection. See you in the next video. Bye bye.